Market Prospects, delivering timely information and education to prairie farmers for 30 years. Market Prospects is brought to you by the University of Saskatchewan's Department of Bioresource Policy, Business and Economics, and these sponsors. Log on to marketprospects.usask.ca to view past programs and for information on upcoming programs.
Flax may be one of the oldest crops grown on the Canadian prairies, but it also provides good returns for producers. This week on Market Prospects, a look at SaskFlax and farmer investment in this crop. Joining us in studio is Erwin Hanley, Chair of SaskFlax. Welcome, Mr. Hanley.
Thanks for having us.
Right off the top then, what is the background as well as the mandate for SaskFlax?
Well, the background goes back to 1996 when SaskFlax was first started. We were governed under the Provincial Agri-Food Act. We represent approximately 6,000 flax producers in the province of Saskatchewan. Our main mandate is to fund research, mainly research and market development. And how we do that is we collect a mandatory but refundable levy off of flaxseed sales year over year, and that's the money that we use to fund those activities.
So how does SaskFlax represent the interests of Saskatchewan farmers, and how is it important to Western agriculture?
Well, we certainly feel that we have a strong ability to represent the interests of Western Canada farmers. We produce over 80% of the flax in Western Canada, so we have a huge stake in our view. We take the levy dollars, as I mentioned, and we take those to fund variety development through the Crop Development Centre breeding program, as well as looking at value-added opportunities both for seed and in the straw. And also there's scientific research that comes up time and time again that we look at, and if it has value for flax, we certainly look at it and invest.
What type of research projects is SaskFlax involved in right now? What kind of programming do we see in the near future for SaskFlax?
Well, right now, program that we're involved in various things. As I mentioned, at the Crop Development Centre, we fund the research there, but we're most recently on the scientific side, we've been looking at the recent health claim that Health Canada gave for ground flaxseed. We invested in that quite heavily. And along with that now, there's another project with Dr. Grant Pierce out of St. Boniface Hospital in Winnipeg, Manitoba, looking at hypertension in the ground flaxseed. So we're very excited to see where that project goes. We're also supporting some interesting research on multiple sclerosis through the Pharmacy Nutrition campus at the U of S. That just came out this past year, so we're excited to see what that preliminary study says, and if it looks promising, we'll possibly look at investing in that further.
So in the longer term, what are you concentrating on, and how will you identify and quantify the benefits of that research to producers?
Right. Well, in the long term, I think one of the biggest issues for flax right now is on the breeding side. Actually, we're down to one oilseed flax breeding program in Canada. That's Dr. Helen Booker's program at the Crop Development Centre. So we're currently in discussions with herself and with our industry partners, Manitoba Flax Growers Association and the Flax Council of Canada. Because that's our key to success for flax. If we lose that program, we don't have a breeder, and we don't have varieties coming forward in the years to come for producers to grow. That's certainly one very important activity. The second one is on the agronomy side. It's been over 25 years since we've had an agronomy package put together that we can take to producers that has some best management practices that they can put into their farm to their best ability. So that's going to be an ongoing thing. It's going to cost a lot of money, but we see a great value in that.
So what else would like producers to know about their investment, their education, as well as market development through SaskFlax?
Right. Well, we'll let you know that their levy dollars are most important to contribute to the organization. For their dollar of levy dollar, we usually get at least $1 back, from provincial programs or federal programs such as the Growing Forward 2 program, and we'll see what the Growing Forward 3 program looks like and how that's structured. But we see a great investment when the levy dollars are invested in the research, because we get dollars back from the funding agencies.
And it really does pay dividends for producers, your work. I mean, obviously that research is valuable for producers.
Sure, research is always valuable because it can bring up some new things, whether it's seeding technology, fertilizer placement, weed control, disease control. It's a big realm of things that we can look at and invest in. It just depends which one is the best bang for the buck.
Do you know what the return on investment might be then for producers on this?
Oh, it's hard to say. It depends what you invest in. I'd like to think that it's a 2 to 1 or better, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not that good. But.
And you also have investment from the government too, which helps you out, I guess.
Sure, the provincial government has been a great supporter of flax, even though it's a small crop. They've always been there for us, and we have a good relationship with them. Once a year, we always sit down with them and have a conversation to understand where they're going for the coming year, and they ask us where we're going and what we need, and it's a great relationship. And we have a relationship with the federal government as well, and we'll see what the new government brings. But in January, we're heading back down to Ottawa to sit down with the government and see where they're positioned and what they can do for flax.
Well, great information on SaskFlax. Thanks for coming on Farmgate.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay, we'll take a break again. We're back in 2 minutes. Please stay with us.